Welcome to Collision Course. In this video, we will go over what the pieces are that are in the box, as well as how to set up the game. There is a rulebook, 2 collision booklets, as well as a scrapyard inventory or parts list. These will be covered more in a future video. There are a few different stacks of cards. We have the program cards, the rotate cards, the premium parts, the random parts, and the standard parts. The standard parts you're going to want to have face up and separate into these 6 different types. And there should be 6 piles for one for each of the type of basic part. Each player will receive 1 bag of stat tokens, as well as the motion meeple and map meeple. Now, these will be a bigger size in the actual game, and these ones won't be meeple shaped in the actual game. But that's what I have, so that's what we are using to explain the rules. Each player will also get 2 of these. One will be face up. This is your core part, and it has your motion track on it. The other gets flipped face down. This has your stat tracks as well as a player reference. With your stat tokens, there are a bunch, and they are all color coordinated. So if we look closely here, you can see that there is a purple and a red on the number 1, signifying that those 2 start in the number 1. The yellow starts in number 2, orange in 1. You have 2 grays, and they will both start on the 3s. Blue starts at 0, and depending on what difficulty, green will be placed either in 4, 5, or 6. Now, how did we get there? Well, we can see on your core part, we have 3 gray symbols saying that you have 3 weight. So that is why we have the grays at the 3rd spot. There is 1 purple engine, 1 red laser, and 1 orange resting heat. So that is why the purple and the red go there on the ones, and the orange goes on this one. There is no yellow on your part, but we start it at 2. And same with force. There is no force symbol, so we start it at 0. For programs, you have 3 basic programs, as well as, depending on the difficulty, green being easy, orange being medium, and red being hard, you will start at different amounts of programs. In easier difficulty games, so that you can keep track of this, you may want to just put scrap tokens on the ones that are not being used, so that there are only 4 visible icons. So these stats, when you're looking at it, the blue will be going along the blue track, and the orange and yellow, the orange stays on the orange track, but the yellow will be moving around on this yellow or tan track. The reason that there are 2 mass or weight stat tokens is because whenever the blue or the yellow passes one of the weight markers, something happens. You either gain motion or you gain or you lose a part. With your remaining 2 tokens, one of them will be going on the 0 space on your motion track, and the other one will be going on the board. Now, we should set up a board. So, in the box, there are a variety of single parts, spaces, as well as pre-built larger map tiles. We're just going to set up a pretty basic one but I will walk you through how to use these tiles. We're going to use this as the beginning, as it has a nice long row of checkpoints. The brown is just basic terrain, and the purples are conveyor belts. But what we're actually going to do is, for an easy game, we don't want those conveyor belts. So what we can do is we can take some pieces from the smaller parts and simply cover up the portion that we don't want. Then we're going to give our track some length, maybe a tight corner there, and then have it a little bit wider at the end. In order to finish off, we need another ending checkpoint, so we're just going to take these ones, and instead of putting them directly on, we're just going to put them beside our other parts. You can overlap parts, so if I wanted to put this, I could put it partially on there so that it covers that partially. When these are actually tokens, you can simply take single ones to put them under there so that they don't wobble all over the place. But for now, I just have paper. Now, when you're setting up a map, you can just do what I did and just kind of put them however you want. Or if you looked in the back of the rulebook, there will be some map layouts already designated so that you can set things up easier. But by no means are you limited to those designs in the back of the book. We will come back to the meeples. Your map meeple and your motion track meeple need to be pointing the same direction so that you know which way is forwards for your machine. So we are going to take this map meeple and put it on the board facing that same direction. Now, when other people are at the table here, they will also have their own map meeples, and when you are setting up, you can choose to start facing any direction. Usually it's a good idea to face forwards, but the starting direction doesn't matter. So we're going to start this guy that way. Also, when you're choosing a starting spot, it's pretty much first come, first serve. If you don't like the spot that you got, well, then figure out a deal with the player that took it first. And be faster next time. The one thing that we do want to look at here is there are colors on the sides of the machine. This is more useful in higher difficulty games, but for the sake of simplicity, making sure that all the players have their core oriented so that the red is on the same side and the green is on the same side. It doesn't matter if the symbols appear to be upside down for you, as long as everybody has all of the green facing south or whatever it may be at your table. But do make sure that these motion track meeples match the same direction as the ones on the board. Once you have gotten a map set up, make sure that you tell the players that that is the starting line and you have to get to that end line. If you do put a middle checkpoint in, sometimes you can specify that those are optional checkpoints. Other times you may want to say you must touch this checkpoint in order to win. Make sure that that is stated at the beginning of the game. Once you've set up a map and have set up your stats so that they match your core, make sure that all of the parts are laid out, and then the setup is complete.